Hi you guys, today I'm going to show you how to make my gluten-free peach pie with a lattice crust top. This is unbelievable, y'all. It is so juicy and sweet from the peaches. The topping has a crisp, flaky texture to it. It's perfect for summer, so let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is put an X in the blossom end, I think that's the blossom end, of all the peaches. And then boil them in boiling water for about 20 seconds or so, and then remove them and put them into ice cold water to stop the cooking process. And what this does is allows the peel to slip right off. As you can see, it's so easy when you do it this way, but your peaches have to be ripe enough for this method to work. If they're not ripe enough, that peel is going nowhere. So if you don't have really ripe peaches, you'll have to use like a vegetable peeler or a paring knife to get your peel off. And then once you have them all peeled carefully, because they are slippery, cut them in half and then remove that pit. And also this should come off easily if they are ripe enough. If they're not ripe enough, you might have trouble getting that pit out. And then we'll just cut them into about 1/2-inch slices. And once you've got them all cut up, add the granulated sugar and brown sugar. I like a little of both for the flavor, mainly on the brown sugar. And then we'll add also cornstarch and tapioca starch. You can use one or the other. I just like the way that both work together. A little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of salt. The cinnamon doesn't make it taste like an apple pie. It just gives a backdrop of flavor. Now we're using my unbelievable gluten-free pie crust, and I've got the link above for that. For that video, you'll be able to see how to make it from scratch. And if you're doing a lattice top, you don't have to do the lattice top, but if you are, you want to cut it into 12 strips. And then what we'll do is go ahead and put it into the already prepared pie dish after we fill it with our pie filling. Now the pie filling at first, because these have been sitting in the sugar and everything, the juices are really fluid right now. That'll all tighten up once it goes in the oven and bakes. And you can dot it with cubes of butter just to give the juices a richness. And then we start laying our strips 6 across. And obviously you're going to use the longer strips in the center and go towards the shorter strips towards the ends. And then once you've got 6, pull back every other one. So you're going to pull back 3 of them. Just fold them back to the edge, get a short strip and place it on the pie there perpendicular, and then unroll those strips. And then do the same with the other 3 strips, and just keep going this way until you have the entire lattice done. And by the way, as always, the recipe link will be below. Now I'm taking kitchen shears to cut off the excess, and then just fold the bottom crust over the top edges of the lattice and crimp it however you'd like. I like to use my fingers, but you can use a fork or make any decorative edge you'd like. And then make sure to bake this on a baking sheet because there will be juices coming out of it. But before we bake it, we're going to brush it with the egg wash. And then I like to sprinkle it with demerara or sanding sugar. You can use regular sugar or no sugar at all if you'd like. And we're going to bake this at 450 for 10 minutes and then drop the temp down to 375 and continue baking it for another 35 to 40 minutes or until when a knife is inserted, there's no resistance in the peaches. And there you have it, a beautiful piece of gluten-free peach pie with a lattice top crust that no one will know is gluten-free. I'm telling you, this crust is divine. And the filling is spectacular as well. So enjoy.